The other day, while having dinner with my family, I noticed something. I had been looking down at my phone for the last 5 minutes. I noticed that everyone else was in their phone too. Now, was this a coincidence? Yes, because all around America, this right here has become the norm for families. Not sitting and talking, discussing their days or things that's going on in the news, but everybody is emerged inside of their phone and looking at social media or entertaining their favorite TV show, their favorite movie, or their favorite sitcom. And has this became one of the problems that we are physically there, but spiritually we're no longer available? Do we live so much inside of our cell phones that we disconnect from reality? A kindergarten teacher told her students to sit down and draw a picture of their family. A lot of the children, when they came up and they showed the teacher what they had drawn, a lot of them had pictures of phones that their parents used or their family members that around them had, because that's all that they saw. Now, is this a sad reality that's happened all across America? Is this even happening to you? Now, let's think about this. How many children are being raised by the phone? How many children are being raised by iPads? How many children are being raised by Netflix, Hulu, Disney, and the list goes on? You can name any streaming service. How many children are being raised off that? Not because of they want to, but because their parents are so indulged inside of their phone that they forget to connect with the most important thing in their life, and that's their children or their loved ones. And have this change the landscape of us even going to teach our children their numbers, their ABCs, teaching them the basic skills of life, cooking, getting dressed, brushing their teeth, washing their face? Have we stepped away from that and start to depend on technology, phone, to raise our children? And see, by us not teaching our kids and we taking the time away from our phones, we expect that the teachers, we expect the daycares to take more responsibility for things that we should be responsible for. And the one thing about it is that it's crazy for our need to connect with strangers instead of connected to the people that we love and we care about. See, it's so easy to log on for hours or to go live with people that we don't know. Some of the people we might know, some people we might met them on a social media platform. And by us meeting them on a social media platform, now we so-called friends. And we get on here to talk to these people every day, share part of our life with these people, take time away from the reality that we actually live in to spend time with them. But you know the people that are lacking? Your loved ones. When was the last time that you actually bonded with your children without a phone? When the last time you talked to your spouse without a phone? When the last time you talked to your friends, you went around them instead of FaceTime? And when have you actually went around them? When was the last time you did that? A lot of us are so connected and used to using devices that we lock ourselves away in this cell that I'm only going to interact with what I want to interact with, when I want to interact with it, and how I want to interact with it. And it takes away not only the spiritual side of it, but the physical side of contacting and bonding with people. So now we have less empathy than we ever had before. And if we're being honest, the real job, let me see what I got right here in my notes. If we're being honest, the real job is a cell phone is not only to steal your time, but also make us feel bad about ourselves to spend more money. It's more depressed, angry, low self-esteem people that have phones than ever before. So even though we're more connected than we was before, we are still lonely inside, even though we are connected to more people. Ain't that crazy? I see one thing they don't want to do, God forbid, is that you get off your phone and actually see what's going on in reality and you actually want to fight. Oh no, they definitely don't want that. They definitely don't want you to start to save your money. They definitely don't want you to start to save your family. Because you can say what you want to say. I don't care if you're a minister, I don't care what type of man that you are out here. The first thing that you should get together, even before you get your business together, is get your family together. Getting your family together. See, once I stopped drinking, the first thing that I got together was my family. Things that I did when I was drinking, some of the stuff that I regretted that I did, but it was done. But I had to go fix it. I had to patch up things with my wife. I ain't saying things was broke. She didn't leave me or nothing, but there was some things that I did that I need to patch up. Time with my daughters that could have been spent. I went and patched that up first before I went and did anything else. See, sometimes we can get so focused on our goal, our purpose. You should be focused on your purpose. You should be this and that. Everybody will say, man, you should just be focused on your purpose and not focus on your woman. I get that part. I'm not saying you got to totally focus on your woman, but at the same time, you have to make sure that your family is good. What's the purpose of doing all this and you lose your family? Ain't that what you're doing everything for? And see, the cell phones give you full access to whatever that you feel like you're missing, whatever that you disagree with, and you want somebody else to agree with you on that, you'll find somebody on the internet that agree with you wrong or right, if it's good or bad. You have automatic access to porn right at your fingertips. You have automatic access to lust right at your fingertips. And this right here is ruining a lot of relationships because social media, you can connect with whoever you want to connect with. If it's an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, if it's somebody in high school that you always want to sleep with, you always want to talk to. If it's somebody that you previously bumped into, but y'all disconnected along the way, you can reconnect and rekindle so many things. So many relationships be on the rocks because I'm connected to somebody else. I'm trying to connect to somebody else. Or you might be feeling some type of way that day, and you go and talk to them. They make you feel better. They feel that void that you was feeling that day. So now you starting to build a connection with them because your spouse or the person that you might be with, now they're not feeling that space that you wanted to be filled like you want to be filled. Now this person is. And you're connecting with them over social media and not connecting with the person that you actually with to build what you need to build. They got it now that they got all the people on here. You got Siri, you got Alexa, you got all these different AI tools of people that you can talk to. They'll become your friend. They just robots. Some people are so lonely and don't trust people that they start to connect with stuff that's not even real within reality. And they start to build relationships with things that's not even real. And, you can almost, with the way that everything's set up, you can almost lose your mind with everything that's going on. But let me say this right here. Romans 12 and 2 says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect in the will of God. So how can you renew your mind if you're constantly on your phone? If they're constantly telling you what to think, constantly telling you what to feel. Because the cell phone, what did it do? It'll distract you from actually looking at what's going on in the world. They will go and change laws overnight. They will change laws overnight, and what you will be focused on is who won the Super Bowl, who won the championship. What was the verdict? Those would be the things that you'll be thinking about, and then they'll pass a law that says, you can't call a mother or father anymore. They'll pass those laws. Then by the time the law is changed and things come about, you start to get mad, but you have been distracted by this cell phone. And so here's a hard question. Are you using your phone, or is your phone using you? That's what I want to ask you. Are you using your phone, or is your phone using you? Because you can say, well, yeah, man, I use my phone, I call, I text people. Or are they gathering enough information to resell you the things that you're looking at anyway? Just think about that. Now, technology itself isn't evil, but anything controlling your life can be dangerous. I love the fact that I can FaceTime my family. I love that. I love that if I'm out, I'm traveling somewhere, I can FaceTime them, show them different things. I can, if they at games and they want to show their children at games, grandkids at games, and I get a chance to watch them. Yes, that's excellent for us to be called and be able to be able to connect with each other. That all those are excellent things, right? But you still have to learn how to disconnect. And right here, they got Psalms 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." But how can you be still when your mind are constantly overstimulated? Have you recently took out time to just really think about your life and what's going wrong or what's going right and what you can even do to fix it? Or do you be on social media too much? Because how can God give you a plan? How can God give you a plan for your life if all you're doing is being on social media all the time? You're not focused, not taking out time for yourself. I'll tell you 3 things that the cell phone take away. Time, money, your empathy. Time, money, and empathy is 3 things that your cell phone takes away from you. Time, it keep you from fulfilling your purpose, handling your business, and giving your all to your family. Money, they want you to be a consumer and never build anything to leave for your family. To constantly want the latest and greatest and never be satisfied because you don't have enough. And if you go on social media and you start comparing what you have will look like it's not enough. Number 3, empathy. They want you to disconnect with people physically. So whatever image they show of people, you are willing to accept it without trying to understand their point of view or put yourself in their shoes. And see, here's another thing that they won't tell you. Your cell phone can be addictive. I'm going to tell you that now. The cell phone can be addictive to the point that you never want to put it down. You never want to set it to the side. You never want to lose it. You always got to have it attached to you because you want that dopamine hit from somebody liking your pictures, your views, your shares, somebody commenting on your stuff. It's always that hit, the next thing. And they watching me, they like, they don't like. And I have got caught up in it within myself. But when the last time have you actually disconnected from everything? When the last time you disconnected from everything? Then just disconnect. Just start by putting your cell phone down for an hour, 2 hours when you with your family. Maybe going on a walk and not having your phone with you if your family is okay. You know, you might got certain, but is it a time where I can put my cell phone down and just enjoy life outside of that? What kind of hobbies that you have going outside of that? When the last time that you spent time with God? When the last time you spent just 15 minutes reading your word or doing something outside of your cell phone? You know, have you just took up gardening? You got your little garden going, or you work on your car? What's something that you do without your cell phone? Do you ever put it down? Do you go to the gym? Because, see, you have to figure out ways to put that cell phone down. When the last time you read a good book? I ain't saying you have to do any of those things, but what's something that can pull you away from that cell phone and disconnect so you can reconnect with the man upstairs? I just want you to think about that. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And if this hit anyone out there, drop in the comments. I'm putting my cell phone down. I'm putting it down. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next week, peace.